The continuation to yesterday's lesson. In the previous class, we have seen, we have derived sine of a plus b and cos of a plus b. Anyone, do you respond what is sine of a plus b?
Sin A cos
Sin
B
A
plus
into cos B
plus
plus
cos A
cos A
sin
into
B.
sin B.
Yeah.
సార్ పులి గంట రికార్డ్ చేయండి సార్ ఈశ్వర్కి
cos A into sin B.
So let us write that sine of a plus b. From this formula only we have derived yesterday, I think 12 formula, isn't it?
ఎస్ సార్
So sine of a plus b sine A cos b plus cos A sin B. Okay. Similarly, cos of A plus B. Just if you want to
Cos
see,
of A plus B.
if you want to see the derivation, just I put the video in the yesterday's group. The group I put the video, just go through that. Cos of A plus B is equal to cos A cos B.
cos A cos B minus sin A sin B.
Minus sin A into sin B.
Sin B.
So I'm revising what we did yesterday. Just number one, replace B with minus B. And as we know, sine of minus theta. What is sine of minus theta?
Minus sin sin theta.
And cos of minus theta.
Cos theta.
Minus theta cos theta.
Cos of minus theta, that minus won't come out, you know, it is cos theta.
Cos theta.
We have learned this already. So what is the operation we are doing now? Replace B with minus B. Sine of minus theta minus sine theta and cos of minus theta, cos theta. Okay, so now if you replace B with minus B there, the third formula what you get is sine of A minus B is equal to sine A
cos B
into cos of minus B anyway becomes cos B only. So cos B plus cos A into sine of minus B is minus sine B. And hence you will get minus here, minus cos A
Cos A sin B.
sine B. Similarly, fourth one. If you replace B with minus B in cos of A plus B, that becomes cos of A minus B. You write it as cos A into cos of minus B. Cos of minus B, the sign won't change. It will be cos A cos B. Sin A into sine of minus B. Sine of minus B minus sine B, so that is minus of minus, that becomes plus there.
plus
So plus sine A
sin
sin.
A sin B.
Plus sin A sin B.
So you got two formulae, two more formulae, that is you got four formulae now. So what is that I said? Two formulae. We'll be using two formulae to derive the rest of the formulae. So 2 has become 4 now. Now we will go for another 8 formulae like this. Like what is the next operation we are doing? We are simply adding. That is
1 plus 3.
1
Minus 3, 1 plus 3. 3.
1 plus
2 minus 4.
2 plus 4, 2 minus 4.
Yeah, 1 plus 3,
3.
3.
comma 1 minus 3.
1 minus
Minus 3.
Comma
And
2
comma
plus
2 plus 4.
plus 4.
2
Comma
minus
2 minus 4.
Comma 2 minus 4.
5, 6, 7.
implies. You'll get the rest of the formula like this. Fifth one, if you see, that is sine of a plus
Sine
b
of A plus B
plus sine of a minus b.
sine of A minus B.
Just check it out. If you see carefully, this is sine of a plus b sine of a minus b. If you add now, this is plus cos a sine b. This is
Sine A
minus
cos
cos a sine b. Gets cancelled. And sine a cos b plus sine a cos b.
2 sin A
Those
cos.
two will be
2
added.
sine A cos B.
Sin A cos B.
So you will get
2 sine A cos B.
2 sine a cos b.
Cos B.
Next, sixth one, 1 minus
Sine
3.
of A plus B minus
Sine of a minus.
sine of A minus B.
If you add these two, you are getting 2 sine a cos b. If you subtract, what happens? Let us see. If you subtract, this
2
is
cos A sine B.
this is subtracted from this. This is that means third one is subtracted from first one. Third one is subtracted from first one. That means if you subtract now, this minus becomes plus and this plus becomes minus, and hence you will get these two getting cancelled and this will
2
become
cos A sine B.
this will become plus. This will become plus. So what is that you are getting is these two will be cancelled and these two will be added. So thereby it becomes 2 cos A
2
sine
cos A
A
sin.
sine B.
2 cos A sine B. So what is that we did? We have just derived only two formulae in the previous class. Two formulae, 1 and 2, sine of A plus B and cos of A plus B. Using these two only, we have now reached to 4 more formulae. Now, seventh one, please. Seventh one, you will get it.
Cos A
Cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B.
This is 2 plus 4. 2 is cos of A plus B. And 2 plus 4 plus cos of A minus B.
B.
cos of A minus B.
Adding these two,
Equal to
you will get cos A cos B added, and what happens? That is plus sine minus sine A sine B plus sine A sine B gets cancelled, and these two will be added. Thereby, you
2
will
cos A
get
cos B.
2
cos A cos B.
cos A cos B.
Cos A cos B.
నిన్న అయిపోయినాయి కదా సార్ ఇవన్నీ
So, if you go to eighth one now, eighth one, it is 2 minus 4 we are
Cos of
doing.
A plus B minus cos of A minus B.
So let me erase this. Eighth one I'm writing now. Eighth one, what is that we are doing? We are just adding, subtracting 4 from 2. We are subtracting 4 from 2. That is eighth one now. What is that we get? Cos
Cos
of
of A plus B minus cos of A minus B.
Just by subtracting this, what is that getting cancelled? You can simply understand this in this way.
-2 sin A
Cos
cos
A plus B minus cos A minus B means this will become minus and this will become minus and these two will be getting cancelled and these two will be added. Don't forget that you have a minus before them. Very important, very important. This is minus sin A sin B, minus sin A sin B. Both will be added now. Both will be added. Thereby, what is that you get? Minus 2 sin A sin B. Generally, the students forget this minus here. So, there is an importance for this because you will get minus for this one. So, don't forget this is cos of A plus B minus cos of A minus B is equal to minus 2 sin A sin B. So, how many formulae we derived yesterday? We derived only 2 formulae, and what is the number we reached now? 8 formulae we reached. 8 formulae we reached. Now we will be deriving 4 more formulae from these 5, 6, 7, 8. From these 5, 6, 7, 8. How do we do that? Just check it out. See. What is that we are doing now? We will be taking A plus B as C. We'll be taking A plus B as C and A minus B as D. Just say this.
D minus.
Let A plus B is equal to C. And A minus B is equal to D. Anyway, for your understanding, I am doing all this. I will give you that PDF related to this. Everything is mentioned in that one. All these are written there. So by adding them, yes, A plus A 2A, and it is C plus D. And similarly, subtracting them. This is by adding. Now by subtracting, what happened? B plus B you will get. 2B is equal to C minus D. Subtracting them. So what is that you get now? A is C plus D by 2. And B is C minus D by 2.
D by 2.
What is that we are going to do now? This is very simple. Understand this carefully. What is that we are going to do? We are replacing A plus B with C. We are replacing A plus B with C. And A minus B with D. A plus B with C. And A minus B with D. And A with C plus D by 2. And B with C minus D by 2. That's what we are doing. So, don't think that 5, 6, 7, 8 and these formulae what we are going to write now are different. They are same only. Little modification we are doing because we want to have the simplified form of the formula. That's only the reason. So now let me do that for your better understanding. Simply I'll change the number. And write. Just see this. What is that I'm doing? I'm just changing the number here. This number becomes 9. And I'm replacing A plus B now. And replacing AB also. Come on, tell me what should I write in place of A plus B? C. And what should I write in place of A minus B? D. Come on, tell me what should I write in place of A here?
C plus D by 2.
C plus D by 2.
Cos into cos C minus D by 2.
C minus.
That's it. So why I'm doing all this? Just you can avoid by hearting here if you learn like this. You can avoid by hearting if you learn like this. Now let us change the number. This number 10, replacing A plus B with C, replacing A minus B with D, and A with C plus D by 2, B with C minus D by 2. Okay, so let us write that. This is sin C minus sin D, please. Sin C minus sin D is equal to 2 cos. Come on, tell me please.
C plus D by 2.
Into sin
C minus D by 2.
That's it. Similarly, this number is
10.
Next number is 11.
11.
And
11.
replace a plus b with c and a minus b with
A
d.
minus d, b with d.
Okay. So this is 11. Cos c plus cos d.
Cos D. 2 cos C
ఎవరితో
plus D.
మాట్లాడుతున్నా అంతగాను
C plus D by 2.
So 2 cos
cos c plus d
c
by 2
plus d by
cos
2
c plus d by 2 cos
into
c minus
Cos
cos.
C minus D by 2.
So this is formula number 11. Now formula number 12.
formula number 12
Number 12.
Up to this we have learned yesterday.
Cos C minus cos D equal to minus 2 sin
cos c minus cos d is equal to minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2.
Cos c minus cos d is equal to minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin c minus
C
d by 2.
minus D by 2.
That's it. Okay, these are the 12 formula we have learned. Now we will move on to the next part of it. I think it is clear. I repeated this. We did this yesterday. So we reached from 2 formula to 12 formula. That is 1 dozen formula we have reached. Now, what is operation we did? We have simply added ones and subtracted ones, and then replaced a plus b with c and a minus b with d. That means we did 2 algebraic operations. Number 1 is addition. Number 2 is subtraction. Another one is substitution. Okay. Now let us see.
Prashant.
Mute yourself. So this is next one is multiplication, because we did already addition, subtraction. Now one more algebraic operation is multiplication. Little simplification will be there, just to follow this carefully. What is a multiplication we're going to do? The formula number 3 and 4, anyone, do you tell me formula number 3?
Sin A minus B.
Sin A minus B equal to sin A cos B minus cos A sin B.
Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B.
Minus cos A sin.
Sin B.
Sin B.
Number 4.
Cos A minus
A
B
minus B equal to
equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B.
Now,
That's it.
the next operation.
Sin A plus B is equals to 1 into 2, 3 into
1 into 3,
3.
comma, 2 into 4 implies, without knowing this formula, you cannot even work out a single problem in trigonometry. That is why I am making you to learn this formula through a logic. I am not asking you to by heart them, but if you learn this through the logic, it will be very easy for you. Just follow this carefully, please. Now, what is the number here?
1.
No, 13.
13.
Sin of A plus B.
Sin of A plus B into sin of A minus B equal to
We are going to derive it now. The derivation part I am doing separately. The derivation part is, come on, check it out. That's right. A plus B into A minus B. A square
minus B square.
that is sin square A cos square B minus cos square A sin square B. So let us convert this now. Like what? Sine square A into, write it as 1 minus sine square B. Instead of cos square B, you can write 1 minus sine square B. Instead of cos square A, you can write 1 minus sine square
Sine square.
A into sine square
Square
B.
B.
Just check it out. If you multiply now, sine square A into 1 sine square A minus sine square A sine square B minus 1 into sine square B minus sine square B minus of minus plus plus sine square A sine square B. What is that? You are getting cancelled, please. Just see that. Come on, tell me what is the term getting cancelled there? Minus sine square A sine square B
Minus sine square plus sine square A sine square B.
So, what is the final result here? Sine A
Sine
plus
square
B.
A minus sine square B.
That's good. Sine square A minus sine square B. You can even write it as 1 minus cos square A, 1 minus cos square B. 1 minus cos square A, 1 minus cos square B. Okay. So, if you write like that, no, what happens? 1 getting cancelled. I repeat, 1 minus cos square A, 1 minus cos square B. 1 getting cancelled, and thereby you will get cos square B minus cos square.
Cos square.
If you want to write in terms of sine, make use of this. If you want to write in terms of cos, make use of this. So this is through multiplication. This is through multiplication. Similarly, anyone, do you tell me what should be the 14th formula?
What is formula?
This one, 2 into 4.
Cos.
Ah,
A plus B into cos A minus B.
yeah. Cos A plus B into cos A minus B. It becomes again A plus B into A minus B. This is A plus B into A minus B. A square minus B square only you will get. By simplifying that similarly in the same manner. In the same manner, what I did, you will get cos square A minus sine square B. Don't forget that. This is a little different. Cos square A minus sine square B is equal to, you can even convert this to cos square B minus sine square. Both are correct only. So we reach to 14 formula now. 14 formula. Okay. Now, what are the operations we did? We added, subtracted. Now here we multiplied. Correct? No, we multiplied. And what is the other operation remaining? What is the other operation remaining? Other algebraic operation remaining? Division.
Divide.
So
Guruvar శిక్షించిన వాయిస్ వస్తుంది సార్.
okay, division.
1 divided by 3. గురువర్షిత్ మ్యూట్ చేసుకో, అక్కడ నాయిస్ వస్తుంది చాలా.
Yeah. Now division, please. For division, what is that we do? What is that we divide? Very simple here. 1 divided by 2. Implies. What is the number here?
15.
15 formula. The method what I am doing now also is very, very important for the problems. While doing the problems, we will be using this.
Sin by cos, tan of A plus B.
So sin of A plus B by cos of A plus B. Tan of A.
Cos of A plus B. Sin by cos, tan of A plus B.
So now what is to be done here? Just say this. Listen first. Sine of a plus b divided by cos of a plus b. I am writing the simplification part here. What is sine of a plus b? Sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Divided by. Come on, tell me cos of a plus b, please.
Cos
Cos
A
A
cos
cos
B
B
minus
minus sin A sin B.
sin A sin B.
Now, because it is tan of a plus b formula, better if you write in terms of tan only, that will be better. That is the reason why what I am doing, I am taking cos a cos b common in the numerator and as well in the denominator. By taking cos a cos b common, what happens? Just to check it out. Cos a cos b taken common, even though it is not there. Cos b is there, but cos a not there. But I have taken it common. That is why it becomes sin a by cos a. Plus here also, cos a is there, no problem. But cos b not there. That is why sin b by cos b. Similarly, whole divided by, what is that I did? Cos a cos b taken common. Cos a cos b taken common. And thereby what happens? You have cos a cos b here. 1 minus
Sin A sin B.
sin a sin b divided by cos a cos b is not there, but we have taken it common. Cos a cos b. So what are the terms getting cancelled there? This cos a cos b getting cancelled. What is that you are getting?
Tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A into tan B.
That's it. Tan a.
1 minus sin A
Tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A into tan B.
and B. 1 minus sin A sin B by
1 minus tan A into tan B.
tan A tan B.
That's it, please. So what is that you have to remember here? Taking sin a cos b, taking cos a cos b common in the numerator and denominator. Sometimes you'll have to apply this one in the problems also. That is why the method is important here. Now, to get 16th formula, simply replace b with minus b.
Tan A minus B.
Replace b with minus b. Okay. If you replace b with minus b, what happens? You will get 16th formula now. Anyone please do help me out in writing this? 16th formula. Tan of
A minus B
is equal to replace b with
tan A minus tan B.
tan a minus tan b
Tan A minus
B by
divided
1
by
plus tan A into tan B.
tan B.
1 plus tan A into tan B.
Tan B. Tan A into tan B.
Tan B. Tan B.
So this plus becomes minus and minus becomes plus. So how many formulae we reach now? From 2 formulae, we reach it to 16 formulae. 16 formulae. So from these 2 formulae only, we derived the rest all the formulae. And you can even write cot also. Cot. Like how we write cot, you tell me the idea now. Because I divided,
1 by tan.
this is
1 by tan.
that's okay, but I did 1 divided by 2 here. I did 1 divided by 2 here. I got tan of a plus b. Then how to get cot of
divided by
that's it. 2 divided by 1. If you perform, then you will get
2 divided by 1. Cos by sin cot.
so
ఇది చాలా వస్తాయి
2 divided by 1 gives you cot.
Cos of A plus B by sin of AM plus B.
I'm not writing that working there, but I'm writing the formula directly. 17th one.
cot A plus B.
17th one.
Sir,
Yes.
నాకు స్క్రీన్ కనిపించలేదు సార్, మొత్తం బ్లాక్ ఉంది.
Log out and log in again.
సార్
Cot of A plus B, you will get it as cot A cot B,
cot B
cot A cot B minus 1 divided by cot B plus cot A.
Cot A plus
Because cot is reciprocal of tan, you will get just reciprocal of that. Similarly, 17th is cot of A plus B, and 18th, what should be 18th then, you tell me?
Replace B with minus A.
Replace B with minus B, that's it. Then,
Cot A minus B.
correct.
Cot A minus B.
Cot of A minus B
1 minus cot A cot B.
is equal to, replace B with minus A. Replace B with minus B. Replace B with minus B. Then you will get minus cot A cot B
Minus cot A cot B
minus 1. And this becomes minus cot B plus cot A.
Cot
Multiply both numerator and
minus
denominator. Multiply both numerator and denominator with minus. Then you will get it as cot A cot B
1 minus
plus 1 divided by, this is also an important point to be remembered, denominator you will not get in an order, but you will be cot B minus cot A.
minus cot A.
Remember that.
Minus cot A.
Remember that. You will get it as cot B minus cot A. So cot of A minus B is equal to cot A cot B plus 1 divided by cot B minus cot A. These are the 18th formulae that belongs to compound angles and transformations. Compound angles and transformations, please. And this is compounded. Compounded means two angles added, or three also we can do. And this is transformations. Okay. Transformations you will get. Now next topic is multiple and submultiple angles. We will be deriving those formulae also from 1 and 2 only.
multimode.
Those formulae also we will be deriving from this only, that is sine of A plus B and cos of A plus B. How do we derive, multiple and submultiple angles? But I'm not going to do that now, but in the next class I'll be doing that. Replace B with A. Simple logic. Replace B with A. What happens then? Sine of A plus A.
Sin to A.
Sine to
Sine to
A.
A.
Replace B with A. This is sine A. Cos A plus cos A. Sine A.
Cos A, sin A.
2 sine A cos A. That becomes
2 sin A cos A.
like that. You will get